Welcome to the April 2021 edition of the Author Showcase of the South Florida Writers Association, featuring Dr. Flore Lindor-Latortue, who will discuss her book, Gade Tet, Watch Out, Look at Yourself. The South Florida Writers Association is a tax-exempt nonprofit membership organization dedicated to the literary arts and support of writers in the community. Our mission is to establish and maintain a forum for fellowship, education, and information among writers in South Florida, and to encourage excellence and promote interest in literary achievements. The Author Showcase series is one of our programs for audience development for literary works and a platform for authors who are members of the association to discuss their books and market them in collaboration with Books and Books. Visit our website, southfloridawriters.org, for more information. And now about our featured author for April, Dr. Flore Latortue. She is a capacity building consultant, a motivational speaker, and a professor with over 18 years of teaching experience in general education, healthcare administration, business, and leadership. She has worked at Jackson Memorial Hospital for nearly 20 years. Dr. Flore and her husband Roland Latortue are the proud parents of Raphael and Luke Philip. Aside from being a motivational speaker, Dr. Flore is also a radio and TV personality. You'll notice that with her high energy presentation. And so it is with great pleasure and enthusiasm that I now present author Dr. Flore Lindor-Latortue.
Greetings. Thank you for joining me, the author, Marie-Flore Lindor-Latortue, where I'm gonna just invite you to relax, sit back. If you are a great writer, bear with me, I'm not one of them. But I do feel that I am able to touch hearts and that you can relate with the philosophy that I'm gonna present to you in my first publication, Gade Tet. You may say, what is she talking about? What is Gade? The first word you see in the book cover, it's the verb look. When you are teaching a child to ride bicycle, you say, look, look, look. When you are excited, you say, look what I did, and you jump. Then the verb look, it's powerful. But often we only look and we do not take time to see. Then the second word, tête, it's your head, la tête. And who is you? Then Gade Tet, it's check yourself out. Look at yourself. And this is exactly what that book of 13 chapters is about. Beyond a book, I could have called it a bibliography because it's me telling you my story and in each chapter relating with real examples of life. And here's what one of my reviewers said of the book. Dr. Lindor-Latortue addresses issues that relate to prejudices, stereotypes, and myths. She analyzes them with an approach of logic coherence. Her book, in lieu of an autobiography, is presented as an essay where anyone can fit or relate, keeping optimism at its best and a real perspective. This being said, here you go, Gade Tet. available on Amazon and also in Books and Books. As the cover says, the philosophy has process. Gade Tet is the process of knowing yourself. And how do you know yourself? Then I invite you to start knowing about me in chapter 1, that is about my infancy. Each and every one of us went through that stage in life, our infancy. Then what I did while telling you where I'm from, born and raised in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, then I'm telling you about my foundation, my parents, the values, giving you a different perspective of a Black girl born in Haiti. And as you can see, no matter where you are born, some of the values that my mommy gave me may have been the same than all of you watching and listening to me. Then knowing yourself is key in life. It has a lot to do with your foundation, with the first greetings that you all learn at home. You are not unless you make peace with your foundation, with where you're from. And I'm very comfortable in my skin. I'm very comfortable with my origin. And I'm inviting you to feel the same way. Relate your infancy with your identity. Relate your infancy not with the credential behind your name, not what you became, but make use of it and use the power of that foundation, because that little girl that I was at the stage of infancy grew to become a woman to a lady, and now a global leader. Yes, a global leader, because if you are able to hold my book, to go through it, to read it, you will see my weaknesses and my writing, because English is not my primary language. However, the content, the values, the inspiration, how I'm touching your heart, you should really know that Gade Tet, like look at yourself, is a true example of the first step, like a mother, a parent, any parent, grandparents. That's why the book is for everybody. Need to instill in our children at the foundation. Gade Tet is, and I want to read for you some essence of it, is the acceptance of the transmitted values of responsible parents since one's infancy. Gade Tet is look at yourself, is something that we do until we take our last breath in life. Gade Tet is the understanding and the application of the acquired values during the adolescent stage. Then if you're a professor, this book is for you. Gade Tet is for everyone, because it is that philosophy, that behavior to accept your own mistakes and take the step to fix them. Gade Tet is the practice of taking charge without blaming self continuously and knowing to move forward. I call it the 3 P's: pause, process, and proceed. If from everything I've said now, that's all you want to read from the book, I'm giving you a gift that you need to make great use of. Gade Tet, look at yourself, is a process of self-discovery. It is a full stop. When you say, look, when you're gonna be involved in a car accident, it's the ability to be cautious in life. It's to know how important it is to pay attention, to think before you speak, and to assume the responsibility of the words that come out of our mouth. This is why also the book has 2 things that I want you to benefit from, what I call the wheels of life. Our car has 4 tires. then if you really relate with the infancy, and if you have any baggages from your infancy, regardless of where you're from, let them go. Make peace with your origin. Take ownership of your skin color, of your ethnicity, of your path, of the things that made you you. But that car with the four wheels, the first one, it's your health. Everything in the book is interconnected. A child, because I came from a poor country, so-called Haiti, poor country, but has given the first Black Republic, has given so many intelligentsia worldwide. We are global. But a child that goes to malnutrition will not be able to go to that second wheel of the car called education. Then whoever you are watching and being inspired and gonna make the step to really have that book in your shell, be aware to take the steps for your health. Look what we all been through with the pandemic. Not being a good writer, then it took me 14 years to really develop the philosophy. But I'm fortunate enough when I published it last year, it was through the pandemic, giving you the opportunity to make your health first. Not only paying money to be in the gym, but watching your nutrition. And when I'm talking about health, the third pillar is also your financial health. The book also offers you all the steps and challenges that I've been through, the many students' loans that I had in order to become, but yet my determination as a woman, as a minority woman, as a Caribbean woman, as woman period, as a lady, to help all women be and all men also be inspired by us. And that's why this platform is unique, because the diversity among us writers, readers, give us the opportunity to empower one another. And lastly, the last wheel in that car is relationships. Relationships that is also covered in the book. In the chapter of faith, you'll be surprised. What is she talking about? Why is relationship has to do with faith? Because there is the word called intimacy with the higher power. What makes you strong? Where do you go to find positive energy? Within yourself. What do you believe in? What is your faith? What are your cultural beliefs? Your relationship, you remember chapter 1 about the infancy? The book also gives you example about families. I give you example about families, the breaks, the divisions, the unbalance. If you're the first one who attended college, your responsibility also to help the others financially to make it there too in life. Also the stigmas, those from the being born from the definition of traditional family, where you have a father, a mother, and the children, but not all families are the same. Many of us are raised by single parent. I was not raised by a single parent. I was fortunate to know the traditional nucleus of family. But when we are writing, we need to have that sense of empathy and welcoming to know the differences between us. Then you see, Gade Tet is offered to you to really, really explore the wheels of life, really be comfortable with your childhood, your adolescence. When did you leave your home? When did you become a young adult? How is employment for you? Are you working now? What is it for you to be a professional? Then Gade Tet is an evolution of the different stages of life. Also, if I'm telling you to look, I went beyond and deep and share And woman, page 5, what I call the theory of the blind. Our physical ability to look should not limit us in looking only, because the blind can also see. Then when I'm thinking in Gade Tet and sharing with you the theory of the blind, I am inviting you with the cautious process. When I say that Gade Tet mean understanding yourself, it's the process to know that before we let any words come out of our mouth, that it needs to be processed in our head. You know, tête, la tête. Then whatever comes from our head or brain needs to go first to our heart. Then we breathe it. We smell it before we take the action of speaking it. That's the theory of the blind. The book is rich in content from the psychological perspective, from the social perspective, and from that inner perspective of finding self. How do you find self? I talked to you about my personal experience as being married. The book has no filter. I also take you with me in the journey of the essence of giving. Yes, we are on this earth to learn how to give back. I took time and let you explore the be. Who am I and who are you? I talked to you about leadership and the essence of leadership, specifically in chapter 15, because I told you the book has 23 chapters. I share with you these following steps in leadership. Communication. How you learn from each other, learning. How to not be afraid to ask questions. How to participate. Leadership is not a one-way street. Number 5, how to pause, process, and proceed. It's called evaluation. How to delegate, to share your skill, your talent, your words. And with all those 6 steps, when you get to 7 in leadership, you are building. That's why many great leaders use the word teamwork. How to execute, how to celebrate. Today I'm celebrating with you, and I'm flying high with other writers and readers like you, because I am giving that opportunity to share. And that's what make this showcase series incredible. In conclusion, because I don't want to be an author that is boring, the book in chapter 18 brings you also a reflection on the concept of maturity. Maturity with professional experience, maturity with the risk that one needs to take if we want to be self-employed, but maturity in the sense of wisdom. Maturity in sharing our failures openly, our successes, the experience we go through with death, with love. And lastly, to not take for granted COVID-19. And the last chapter, which is COVID-19, A, adjust your mind and your life. B, blessings. Be a blessings for others. C, learn to cope. Coping with uncertainty is very hard, and we all went through the same thing. Then whenever you will see, watch, and read Gade Tet, we all have something in common. D, distancing from negativity and learning how to distance from each other does not take away the essence to remain connected, because we learn that we had to exercise. We went to something called fatigue, Zoom fatigue during COVID. And G, certainly it's Gade Tet too. It's my gift to you and my gift to the world. H, healing. Always have hope and brings and gives hopes to others. And you will find in the book 8 essences of words that start with letter I. This gift, make great use of it. This gift, don't only leave dust to be on it, be inspired. Thank you, South Florida writers, for giving me that platform to elevate one another regardless where we're from, and to really leave you with the message of Gade Tet. I'm Marie-Flore Lindor-Latortue, your author.